If you love the NFL, then go ahead and subscribe to Chat Sports. Don't be afraid to go ahead and turn on your notifications by clicking the little bell underneath the video. Join the Noti gang. Why should you do it? That way you're one of the very first people to know when we drop a video. And we're going to be giving shout-outs to the people that take it upon themselves to get to the video early and try to comment first. So we put out a video on May 19th, and here were the top 5 commenters. So shout out to Lerone, Prince, Zion, Charles, and Tyler. Y'all are real ones out there. Join the Noti gang, and who knows, you might see yourself on a future Chat Sports show. Coming up here on NFL Daily, hosted by Mitchell Renz, we're going to do 4 insane trade ideas in 2022. This offseason has proven to me that literally anything is humanly possible. So what I did is I looked at the latest NFL news and rumors, and I tried to find 4 players that I could see potentially getting dealt. The first name coming up here is probably the biggest one on the video. It's Kyler Murray, quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. The reports have essentially stayed the same. He is unlikely to play without a new contract. And these trade rumors around Murray, man, they've been going on for months at this current time. And personally, when I go ahead and I look at the latest deals that have ended up going down, Murray's going to want to go ahead and make top 5 quarterback money. The issue is, do you think that he's a top 5 quarterback? So when I look at the highest paid quarterbacks per year, I personally think that if I was Murray's agent, I would look at the numbers that Derek Carr got. I would look at the numbers that Josh Allen got, and I would go for there because, let's face it, I don't really think he's going to get Rodgers, Watson, or Mahomes type of money, but do you think that he deserves Allen or Derek Carr money? The Kyler Murray that I saw the first 8 games of the season last season, I would have said yes. Number 1 overall pick. You invested a lot into him. Probably would have been in the MVP conversation, if not definitely in the top 3. But then DeAndre Hopkins gets injured. And then over the final 7 games of the season, the Cardinals were 2-5. Did not look good. And then in the playoffs, that playoff game that I had to watch Kyler Murray try to get his team together, that was an absolute joke. So if I'm an NFL organization, I'm like, wait a minute. I saw you play the last 8 games, and essentially you went 2-6, and you were a disgrace in the playoffs, and you want me to make you a top 5 quarterback? Well, guess what? That's the world we live in right now. So what do you think here? Should Arizona make Kyler a top 5 paid quarterback? Go down and type Y for yes, type N for no. If you're typing your Y for yes, that means that he's going to remain an Arizona Cardinal. There's a part of me, though, if you're typing your N for no, it means he could get traded. When I think of the team that is the most desperate for a quarterback, that team to me is the Carolina Panthers. So the deal that I have here is this. Carolina gets Kyler Murray. The Arizona Cardinals, they get Sam Darnold, a first-round pick next year, and then a 4th-round pick next year as well. So with every single one of these trades that you're going to see, I want you to do a few things. Not only do I want you to go ahead and vote on who won the trade by typing CAR for Carolina or ARI for the Arizona Cardinals, I want you to take a screenshot, post it on Twitter, post it on Instagram, tag Chat Sports, and that way we can get more people discussing about these trade ideas. The next trade candidate, Jessie Bates, the safety for the Cincinnati Bengals. Bates doesn't want to play under the franchise tag. That's nothing new. And in fact, he still has yet to sign his franchise tender for $12.9 million. If he doesn't plan on showing up to any offseason programs, if the Bengals, who just hosted practice a few days ago, or for minicamp or whatever the heck it's called, 68 players showed up, only 2 didn't. Who was one of the players that didn't show up? Jessie Bates. I think Bates is a good player, and he stepped up big time in the playoffs last season. But when you look at him from a regular season standpoint, I actually think he took a little bit of a step back. He is no doubt one of the best safeties in the entire league. But I also know this, the NFL doesn't quite view safeties. I think that a lot of safeties want to be viewed. And if he does want to get paid, he probably wants to make more than Jamal Adams, who's making $17.5 million. I will show you the trade that I have coming up here, but I'm trying to get Chat Sports NFL Daily over on Rumble to 4,000 followers. We need 80 more. So if you haven't already given us a follow, please go ahead and do so. You can find it at the link below, rumble.com/NFL Daily. Let's get to the second trade here. I got the Philadelphia Eagles making a move for Jessie Bates. The Bengals, they get a second-round pick in next year's draft. If there has been a team If there has been a general manager that is always aggressive, it is Howie Roseman. And when I look at one of the biggest needs still in the secondary for Philly, despite them going out and getting James Bradbury, it's still the free safety position. So if you're trying to go all in, if you're trying to compete with the Dallas Cowboys in your division, then maybe you got to go out and try to get Jessie Bates. So who wins the trade, y'all? Let me know what you're thinking. Type PHI for the Philadelphia Eagles. If you're like, you know what? I actually think that the Cincinnati Bengals go ahead and win this deal, then hey, go ahead and type CIM. So remember, y'all, we are available on Rumble. Free, uncensored content. Sports, news, politics, tech, business, we got it all. This is a growing platform. And if you just want to support Chat Sports by giving us a follow, it really does help us out a lot. So you can either go to that link or you can go ahead and scan the T-Rex on your screen right now. Whip out your phone. That's all I want you to whip out, though. You probably could whip it out on Rumble. They really wouldn't care. Scan that QR code. Give us a follow, and that way you stay up to date with even more NFL news and rumors. The next player that we're going to go ahead and talk about here is N'Keal Harry, wide receiver of the New England Patriots. Harry trade rumors have simply been going on since, I'm going to say, basically since he's been drafted in 2019 out of Arizona State. When I look at a lot of the moves that this team has made over the past 2 seasons, they went ahead, they paid Nelson Agholor a lot of money last offseason. Why? They were looking for a number 1 receiver. Not that Agholor was a number 1 receiver. Then this offseason, they go ahead and they trade for Devontae Parker. If you look at the way Harry and Parker are built, they're essentially the exact same player. And now you got a first-round pick who's probably your 5th best receiver on your offense. Why not just move on from him and try to at least get something? So in terms of another team that we're not going to mention Deebo Samuel in this video, but what if Deebo gets traded? I think a team obviously then looking for a receiver would be the San Francisco 49ers. So the 49ers in this video, they get N'Keal Harry. They also go ahead and they get a 6th-round pick in next year's draft. The New England Patriots just say, you know what? It didn't work out. It hasn't worked out. We're going to just move on from them. We're going to save the money. 49ers would own $1.87 million, and New England gets a 5th-round pick. So have you gotten trend of what this video is about? Me giving you trade ideas, you letting me know what you think about each in every trade. So type SF if you think the 49ers have won it. If you think the Patriots won it, go ahead and type NE. I do still have one more trade coming up here, but I want you guys to remember, we do a lot of content here at Chat Sports, and if you haven't taken that second to click that notification bell, to hit that subscribe button, I want you to go ahead and hit it right now. So one player that I've talked about before on Chat Sports is Chuck Clark, because these trade rumors have definitely sprouted up over free agency and definitely during the draft. There's been some rumors out there that Clark wants to be traded. It hasn't been reported, but people close to Chuck Clark, say that a few times fast, say that he's not happy with the current situation. The Ravens, they signed Marcus Williams to a 5-year, $70 million deal, making him the top free safety. And then they went out and they drafted Kyle Hamilton. Head coach Harbaugh has basically simply has said that they like Clark. They want him to remain on the team. They want him to stay part of the organization. They simply drafted Kyle Hamilton for the simple fact that he fell all the way down to 14. But if he's got 2 years left on his deal, and if Clark wants out, a team that I truly, truly believe could be interested in him is the New York Giants. Why? Wink Martindale. He was the DC for Baltimore last year. He's now the DC with the New York Giants. So the deal that I got going down, New York, they get Chuck Clark. They still have a need, I believe, at safety. And then the Ravens, they get Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton had a really good rookie season, came out hot in his sophomore year, and now has fallen down the depth chart a little bit. Sure, he's had some drop issues, but for a team that just traded away Marquise Hollywood Brown, you get an extra pick, a 7th rounder, and you get an extra receiver to help with a little bit of depth. So who wins this deal? I tried to start big with the Kyler Murray, and then I worked my way down, getting a little bit less and less for the names. So we got Chuck Clark. We have this deal here. Type NYG for the Giants or BAL for the Baltimore Ravens. I am not done yet with this video. If you guys want more content from me, if you're a Raiders fan, or if you just want to get to know me on a more deeper level, not that kind of level, but just, more intuitive level, then go ahead, scan this QR code here, join my community over on Locals at RaidersReport.locals.com. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to run through all 4 of these wild trade ideas, and I want you to let me know which trade is your favorite? Is it the first trade? Then type 1. Maybe it's your Jessie Bates trade. Maybe you would call me the master of the Jessie Bates trades. You guys can put that down in the comments. Type 2. The third trade idea between the 49ers and the Patriots, or is it the final one here with the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens? I like getting ballsy. Obviously, I like the Kyler Murray one, but the sneakiest one to me is the final trade. But let me know what you guys are thinking. Which trade was your favorite?